Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Tokyo Xtreme Racer. Now before I get into this video, I do want to give a quick apology if you hear a lot of wind in the background. We do currently have a storm going on in the United Kingdom, so unfortunately it may kind of interfere with my recording. It's extremely loud and it's just absolutely relentless at the minute. Now hopefully it doesn't interfere too much with this recording. However, let's get into the actual topic of the video at hand then. So Tokyo Xtreme Racer went on to release worldwide, in quotation marks, yesterday on early access, and the Steam reviews, well, as you can see, are extremely positive. Now I've been playing the game for the last week thanks to the guys over at Genki who gave me early access to the early access of the game, and I've been loving absolutely every single hour that I've poured into this game. It's great to see the series return, and it's as good as it's ever been, maybe even better than ever. However, for fans of the franchise over in Canada, a little bit of damning news came out yesterday from Genki themselves. Right as the game was about to release in early access, Genki went ahead and posted this. Notice concerning delay of early access. We are sorry to inform you that for a temporary time, we are suspending the release of early access for Tokyo Xtreme Racer in Canada. As we were proceeding with the release of early access for Tokyo Xtreme Racer, we have found a legal issue in Canada that needs to be cleared before the release of early access. We were confident it would be resolved by now, but it is unfortunately still in progress. We can confirm this legal issue is not related to car manufacturers or parts manufacturers. We are currently in contact with Steam, the other party, and we expect it will not take much time to release the game. But as the situation is out of Genki's control, the new release date for Canada is yet to be determined. We sincerely apologise for any inconvenience this may have caused to those in Canada who have been looking forward to the release of Tokyo Xtreme Racer. We will provide timely updates as the situation develops, mainly through our official social media channels, and kindly ask for your understanding. Genki Co Limited. Now, something interesting to note is that Genki went on to mention specifically that the legal issue has nothing to do with any of the car manufacturers or parts manufacturers in game. So it doesn't actually appear to be anything that is currently content wise in the game that is causing this legal issue. However, overall it was a very cryptic post that didn't actually define exactly what the legal issue is over in Canada, but there's been a lot of speculation. Now, in terms of the legal issue, the main speculation is that it is actually down to a copyright dispute over the Tokyo Xtreme Racer name in Canada. Now, in terms of the company that's causing all this actual mess for Genki, it seems to be Throwback Entertainment. Now, you may be wondering who the hell is Throwback Entertainment and what do they have to do with the copyright legal issue over in Canada with the name Tokyo Xtreme Racer. Now, from what I can gather, they went ahead and acquired Crave when the company went into bankruptcy, who of course used to publish the games over in Canada. And of course, that has led to them getting the rights to Tokyo Xtreme Racer and pretty much putting a block to the game being released under that name over in Canada. However, not long after this speculation, Throwback Entertainment went on to tweet over on X, "We have nothing to do with preventing, blocking or causing issues with the delay of Tokyo Xtreme Racer." Basically, the whole speculation around what the legal issue was has been completely denied by Throwback Entertainment themselves. Now, I'll be truthful here, I don't really know that much about Throwback Entertainment. I've never had any run-ins with them and I've really not heard much about them. However, when looking around about this topic, it does seem that they're a pretty hated company in terms of causing a lot of headaches and just a lot of issues overall. So them coming out and just outright denying this whole issue really doesn't seem that trustworthy from a company that has a reputation that they do. So who really knows at this point? It just seems to be that this is the most obvious cause as to why it cannot go ahead and release in Canada, at least at present. And again, with the legal issue not being anything to do with any of the actual car manufacturers or parts manufacturers, it would only make sense that it is something outside of the game. And well, as mentioned, it does seem to be the whole titling of the game. Now there could be a pretty easy workaround for this, that over in Canada they could just release the game under its Japanese name. Now of course the Japanese name for the series is Shotoko Battle, however when it comes to the overall Japanese name of it, I don't think this would necessarily be the best idea when the game, at least for the Western world, has been completely targeted as being called Tokyo Xtreme Racer. It's just what is more known over in the West. However, again, when it comes to going ahead and doing it, it could possibly be a workaround, but then you have to think from a sales perspective, yes, for the more, I guess hardcore audience of the series, they'll probably know that that is the Japanese naming for it and still go ahead and pick it up. When it comes to getting a broader, wide audience over in the likes of Canada, it may not be the best moves from a sales perspective. So I doubt they'll go ahead and do this. I think the thing that they'll mainly try and do is go ahead and tackle that legal issue and get it sorted sooner rather than later, so they can proceed with the release in Canada and officially get it released fully worldwide without any more issues. So there we go, that seems to be why the game cannot currently release on early access in Canada. If you are from Canada, how disappointed are you? Honestly, I'm genuinely curious as to know, as well as, do you really think that is the key issue down to the actual naming of the game? And of course, do you think Genki handled it in the appropriate way? It did seem to be a very, recent tweet before the actual release of the game, so I can imagine that the disappointment is pretty immeasurable if you're a fan of the franchise and you was living over in Canada getting ready to just go ahead and binge this game. Hopefully sooner rather than later we can see a little bit more transparency with this legal issue and they can go ahead and state exactly what it is. As I said, at present this just seems to be purely speculation, but seems to be the most likely culprit. Anyway, what do you think it is? Let me know in the comments down below and I will see you later. Take care guys, peace.